I don't know about you, but when I first started selling on Amazon, it felt like I was missing a big piece of the puzzle. Because every time you go on social media, you see all these people sharing crazy sales results, but at the end of the day, you don't actually know if they're even making money or what products they sell on Amazon. So today, I want to try to fix both of those things for you, starting by jumping into my Boxem dashboard where you can see exactly how much money my business is making. So for example, today we made about $1,000 in gross profit, pretty much continuing that trend for the last 30 days. And I don't show you these bars to flex on you, but to show you that I actually do this, and it's by selling products like this one right here. And so during this video, you're going to see several examples of products that I like to sell in my Amazon store. You're going to see how I source them so that after it's over, you're going to know exactly how to source products that you can actually sell for yourself as well. The products that you should be selling on Amazon are not things you make from scratch from China. You shouldn't even be buying from wholesalers or anything like that. As a brand new seller, there's a much easier way to start, and it's a lot more scalable than you think because about 95% of my sales come from buying items like this. We can get this from the brand's website right now for $14.60 with an extra 30% off, but this exact same thing sells on Amazon right here for about $34. So if we plug in our cost and take our 30% off coupon that we have on the site, you're going to see we're going to make about a $13 in profit every single time this individual product sells. Plus, not to mention, we have all these different colors and sizes and that kind of thing that we definitely want to stock in and sell on the listing as well. So on a fundamental level, buy and sell name brand products that are already in demand. And there's several other categories I want to break down for you, so just so you can see several examples. But with each lead, I'm going to show you something specific to look out for. What I like about this item in particular is when we go to the price chart, you guys see this new seller count graph down here. You can see the blue offer count is changing pretty consistently, and that's showing me how many sellers are actually on this listing over time. And then this purple line up here is showing me what the price is over time. So the first thing I can establish is, hey, this is a price that people are willing to pay. It's been at this price for pretty consistently for a little while, and I actually have plenty of room to actually make a profit. And I can also see, based on the fact that the number of new sellers is changing around pretty consistently, that shows me that this item actually sells and actually has existing demand on Amazon. So if you don't see either one of those things, it can be a little bit worrying. And for those of you wondering if people actually buy that, yes, it's proof right here. People do actually buy stuff like this. You can see the sales counts. You can see that new offer count changing. You can see the price changing. And this is also profitable after all of our shipping, all sales tax, fees, that kind of stuff. And I have that all baked into SellerAmp, just for those of you guys that have questions about that. So when we're looking at profit, this is truly after everything's all factored in. But obviously there's more than just that, right? Clothes can be good to sell on Amazon. That's where you might look into, honestly, just like random stuff like this, right? Not the fastest selling example in the world, but I want to use this as an example to see if you can find stuff in categories that are just kind of stuff you don't think about, right? You can literally buy and sell stuff like circuit breakers here. So in this case, no one gets on Amazon to sell circuit breakers. No one thinks about this, but that's why some of this stuff can be a really good opportunity, because when we go in and look at something like this, we can see it is just like a standard circuit breaker. It's got the same branding and everything over here on our source website. So we can actually just go ahead and buy these for $12 and then take that back over here to our Amazon listing. And since we're paying about $12 for this product, we're going to sell about 14 of them a month. We're going to make $8 profit per item. And like I said, that's not the fastest selling product in the world, but it shows you what's possible. And we can use this later on. We're going to be able to find more profitable products using just this example. And by the way, if you guys want a full checklist of everything that I look for in a product before I actually pull the trigger and buy it, I'll leave a link down below. It's completely free. It's about 20 things that I look for in a product, which sounds like a lot, but if you want to see it all in one place, go check it out there. And that takes me on to the next thing that I want to take a look at, being the items in the toys category. So toys are obviously pretty good around like the holiday, year end, that kind of thing. But what I really want to emphasize on this product is to start paying attention to the average prices that things sell for, right? So what I noticed here is that this item sells for about $45. So it is profitable, only like a 12% ROI though. And we can go back to the brand and buy the exact same thing for about $33. So if we plug that in, we're not really going to make quite enough profit. What is interesting though is when I look at this chart, you can see how number one, we got the new offer count changing around a ton, that blue line changing a lot, anywhere from 0 to 40 sellers on this product. And that is just changing a lot. So lots of sales happening. I'm also seeing the price change a lot as well. So that's showing me, hey, lots of people are coming in and selling out on this listing, and the price is also fluctuating a lot. And what that tells me is that this item in particular, getting into the weeds a little bit, but this is important, you can make a lot of money off this difference here, because when we look at the offer summary, see pretty much everyone's an FBM seller, which just means they're shipping directly to the customer, but that also comes along with a little bit of slower shipping. So what that actually means is we can compete on this listing as one of the cheapest FBA offers. Providing that prime shipping, we can actually charge $59 for this product. And what you'll find is that even though an Amazon seller, you might have not the cheapest price on the listing, you can still make a lot of sales on this listing. And that's specifically true in this case, because you can see how the price has only been lower for a little bit of today. And then that price has actually been a lot higher, a little bit closer to $60 on the price line here. That's because the price is jumping between those FBM and FBA offers. So what we can do is we can just go in here and match that other FBA seller who's about $59. Go ahead and price that right there. And that's going to change our ROI to be like just below the ROI that I usually like to look for. And on something like this is something that I don't mind at all, especially when you're a new Amazon seller. You don't want to get like insanely picky when you're looking for specific products, but I wanted to show you that in particular. And just because I know it's the natural question you have in your head, what about getting ungated to sell all these products? So I want to break that down, because with the ungating process, there's a couple different types of products that we need to be aware of, right? Some products are auto ungated. These are products that don't require any invoices to get ungated. You can sell those right away. Something like Athletic Works would be a good example of that. But if we want to get ungated or approved to sell this brand, all we would need to do is place an order with the brand, in this case Jellycat. We'd go into Amazon Seller Central and upload our invoice for Jellycat from the website, and that would get us approved to sell Jellycat. But then there's also a third type of product that is called restricted. So this would be things like Adidas, Converse, brands that new sellers are just not even allowed to apply. That's fine. There's still thousands of other brand opportunities that we can focus on. And as far as these auto ungated products go, that's a great starting point for beginners. So to find those auto ungated products, go into inventory on Boxem and then just click bulk ungate. This is the software you're going to need to track profit, make shipments, all that other stuff as a brand new seller. So if you're watching this, just go in here and click this bulk scan button. Go ahead and just click the suggested ASINs box. And what that's going to do is it's going to check about 5 brands per second. And by default, it's also going to check about 750 products. So in this case, you can see it's actually got a big giant list of brands approved for me automatically. And we can also see all of the gated products that it was on the list, as well as the restricted products. So now all these brands are opportunities for me after Boxem unlocked all of them for me. So if ungating has been holding you back specifically, go grab a 2-week free trial of Boxem down below in the description. You're going to need it to run your Amazon business anyway. And we can use this to jump into the next example, which is a category that I've been a big fan of selling for a long time, right? Anything from vitamins to health and household type products that people are going to buy over and over again can really just create a lot of replenishable income from these products, especially when they want to buy the same product over and over again. And in this case, let's take a look at some of these Walgreens vitamins, right? So number one, it should be pretty easy for you to source things that are retail store branded. These are really good starting points for beginners because it's pretty obvious. Hey, if it's Walgreens branded, I probably have to buy it at Walgreens, right? And today I noticed we can actually go to Walgreens and get these on a buy one, get one free sale. Plus we can also stack a 20% coupon on top of that. So plugging that in on SellerAmp, subtracting 50% and then subtracting another 20%, you can see this sells 100 times a month at around a 50% ROI. So it's pretty decent. And another benefit for this is the price stability, right? So when we look at the 90-day average price, we're nice and profitable. 180-day average price, nice and profitable. That kind of creates a lot of consistency on a product like this. And that shows me that we're still going to be a profitable seller on average on this product. And in a similar vein, trying to find these consistent products, we can look at stuff like toothpaste, right? And this is also where I want to show you some really good products just take a little bit of extra work. And that kind of separates a lot of the successful sellers from people who end up quitting, because you can see this sells for about $12 at our source website. Same product that we're looking at on the Amazon listing. And if we plug that in on SellerAmp, we can see our ROI is only about a 15%, but this is something you'll see on a lot of websites. So pay attention to this. If you scroll all the way down on this website, we can check out this box where we can plug in our email and create a 15% off coupon code. And a quick hack you can use to make as many of these email coupons as you need is just go ahead and let's say your email is mark@gmail.com. All you're going to do, plug that in first time, you get the coupon code, right? Next time you need a coupon code, just add a plus and then literally whatever you want. I like to spam the keyboard right there. And that's going to redirect that coupon code back to mark@gmail.com. But in this case, the brand thinks this whole email address is a new person to send a new coupon code to. So now over and over again, we can create that 15% off discount. And instead of not making very much profit, having to skip it, now everything looks good. We're making $3 profit. ROI looks solid. And it's in a category where we're probably not going to have a lot of returns on toothpaste. People know what they're getting. Not to mention, this is also just a pretty solidly selling item. Sells over 700 times a month. And then another good place to hunt for some products. And by the way, we're still going to dig in and source lots more products together here in a second. But discount retailers can also be pretty good just to find some non-renewable, easier to find type products. Like here's an LED candle, for example. Pretty much the exact same thing here at Boscov's and Amazon, but on Amazon it sells for $50, right? And back over here on Boscov's, I can see it actually sells for about $25. And we can already see we might be able to get a 25% coupon on that as well. So I'll let you do your homework and see if that code works. But at the very least, we can buy this for $25 right now. Plugging that on SellerAmp, that's about a $10 profit. And the one good thing you can get in the habit of doing while you're sourcing is just quickly checking and see if you can get auto approved to sell the product. Makes it a lot easier. Just go ahead and pull the trigger. So on this, we can just copy the ASIN on SellerAmp and then go ahead and throw it back over here into the Boxem Ungate checker. And we can just see real quick. Okay, cool. So this was an auto ungated brand for us. That gives me a little bit of confirmation. I don't have to worry about invoices or anything like that. As soon as I get that item at my house, I can just start selling it. And keep in mind, you can also do this in bulk. So for example, these other products we've been looking at, you can just grab the ASIN for these and see, hey, am I approved to sell any of the products that I've sourced so far? And in this like sourcing session I'm sitting down for, right? And so in this case, looks like yes, I am able to see that those were all auto approved for me thanks to Boxem there. And now we've established a lot of these like different types of products that would be good for us to sell on Amazon. I want to show you how I actually found all these so you can replicate replicate this on your own, right? So all you need is an example of a product to find a future profitable product. So use any of the examples in this video. You can use that Walgreens branded item, use any Walmart branded item, or in this case, let's just go ahead and jump into this like circuit breaker we found, because we know there's other resellers on it and it's in an unusual category, right? So we can just start opening up the sellers on these listings who have a handful of feedback. This person has 30, so they're probably just getting started like us or another small business owner. And now I can also see all the brands that they carry in their store. I can see how many products they have, and I can also see what price do I need to pay for the items that they have already identified as profitable for them. So for example, I need to buy this video game for 25-ish bucks. Let's go ahead and Google it and see. Yeah, so it's showing up at like 25 bucks. Let's see, BJ's might have it for 25 or so. Is it a membership thing, or let's see, 3 per member? So we could probably place multiple orders on that. Might be somewhat annoying to place that many orders. I do think it'd be somewhat profitable though. So let's see, like 25 bucks, $6 profit. Not the craziest in the world, but it is profitable. We can definitely find something better than that though, right? That's the basics. So what about here? Let's see, like this watch. Seems like a decently nice watch. We can see, is that it from Macy's? No, it's like a little bit different. Watch face is a little bit different. Let's see. Yeah, is it in the recommended? Yeah, I think it is. But what we can do based on the fact that this was like recommended to us here, and we can just click the SellerAmp Chrome extension. And even though it's different from the one we're looking at, maybe like this different version is profitable on Amazon. So in this case, it's just going to grab the title and then search Amazon for us. So in this case, it did find the listing. Thing is, I don't think it's going to be cheap enough. Like our max cost to make profit is about 23 bucks. This is 47. So we'd need one heck of a coupon. Don't really see that happening. So let's keep on chucking. Let's see what other brands they carry. Let's see. They carry some of these boots here. Let's see. Seems pretty different from the pictures. Let's see. Those look pretty similar to the pictures. Let's see. Where do they get these from? Let's see. Maybe REI. Those are kid sizes though. Obviously a pretty big difference there. Let's see what else they got. Taking this to the brand's website here. They're probably going to be full price. Yeah, I do think those are the same model, but they're like not on sale. So maybe they found a clearance or something like that. Usually when I'm sourcing, I'll go brand by brand, just figure out like, hey, what brands are they good at? What brands are they not so profitable on? For example, we started with this like circuit breaker brand. So let's just check and see some of the other like styles in this case. So like we started with the 1515. Person's already done the work to source a lot of this brand. So maybe some of the other products will be profitable in the same vein. Let's see. Like this other model, we need it for 1140, 1173. That's pretty close to profitable. Doesn't sell super well. Not super in love with that. Let's see. $3 profit. ROI is a little bit low. We can do better than that. We dive back into this store. And honestly, the way I like to source when I find a specific brand that's profitable, or when you go into Boxem and it says, hey, you're ungated in that brand, I usually like to look at a lot of people who sell that particular brand all at once. So like looking at the people who sell this Rec Pro brand, we could just look and see all the other people who sell this product as well. Let's see, is this person good at it? Seems like they found this one, for example. This one sells a lot faster. And if we can get it for 10 bucks, we're profitable. See, is this a good example? If it is, we want the 3020. We're going to make super sure it's the exact same product before we ever pull the trigger. So yeah, I can see there it is at 1247-ish. The new surplus, I assume, is what we want. Those are, yeah, there's 10 bucks. So it'd actually be pretty profitable. Let's just make sure those are the same. Need to make sure it's, obviously don't want anybody unhappy on this. So we got the 15s there, but it looks like it says images are for reference only. That's good. So let's just compare a couple like the specs. So see, it says 120 volts. Does it say that anywhere on here? Yeah, 120 volts, 3020. This looks extremely similar to me. So let's see. Yeah, 1040. Okay, cool. Yeah, this looks like a nice profitable one. This would be an interesting one to like maybe even message the brand or message the supplier here and see if they can like order us more in bulk if that initial test order goes well, since they only have 9 in stock. But I would buy all of them, see how long it takes to sell, and then based on the number of sales per day, we can call that supplier again and say, hey, can we get 60 this month, or however many you end up selling. So this is an interesting one. And obviously that's just one brand. So from here, it makes the most sense to explore maybe like what other opportunities are in these brands. So for this, we also got our candle brand, which I think is funny because we like looked at this a second ago. Seems like this person honestly might even be the storefront I was stalking earlier to find that example. Kind of worked our way back around in a roundabout way. So you can see how this works when you're sourcing. But storefront stalking is really just like looking at all these different brands, exploring our opportunities, going to those different sources, and then just seeing what sells well on Amazon based on what's cheap on the internet. And hopefully those examples and the sourcing method makes it a lot simpler to go replicate this on your own. And if you are excited to dive into making some money on your own on Amazon, make sure you grab 2-week free trials of Boxem and SellerAmp down below. Those are the softwares we've been using to make the money. Let me know if you guys have any questions down below in the comment section. Always happy to chop it up with you guys. And if you want to see the entire process of actually listing these products and selling them on Amazon as fast as possible, click this video right here.